everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 356 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. Today's granny square is probably one of my favorites just because it's a variation off of the traditional granny square or the solid granny square design, but we're working with front post double crochets to make this interesting stitch pattern. This is so cool, and I really like this because it's kind of mindless and you can make this as big as you want. If you make this into a blanket, I bet you that would be so beautiful. And it's like an optical illusion. It looks so interesting, especially if you change color every round like I did. So I'll show you, I have to talk about some supplies we need, and I'll get to, making this today. But first off, this square is called Squared Waffle. And it is designed by Button Nose Crochet, or Natasha over at Button Nose Crochet. So make sure you check out her Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, and check out, I think she has a website too, but check out all of her stuff. It's all linked in the description of this video. Actually, the written pattern is linked in there. And in today's square, like I said, I'm changing color every round to give this really interesting look. But you can use as many colors as you want. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and this is just a scrap yarn. I'm not using a whole lot of this yarn. This is a 10 ply size 4 worsted weight medium yarn, and it is kind of thin yarn. It's like a double knitting yarn, so it's very thin and nice to use, very soft. And I'm using 2 colors. You can use as many colors as you want for your square. And we're doing 6 rounds today, but you can make this as big as you want just by repeating rounds 5 and 6. It is so easy. And I'm going to demonstrate this square using an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters. So make sure you have that handy, as well as a yarn needle and a scissor to cut your yarn and sew in your ends. Those tools will come in handy, especially if you do change color as often as I do. And now, before we begin, I have to mention there are also other links in the description of this video. So there is a link to my Facebook and Instagram, and if you share your photos, please share them on the Facebook page on this square. Just find today's post on Facebook and share yours in the comment section. And then if you share a photo on Instagram, hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia too, so I can see your square. And I was just thinking about it, that just hit me that we have less than 10 squares to go. And I am kind of sad because we're not doing another 365. Once the 365 is over, that's it. So anyway, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So please leave him a comment thanking him for all of his hard work, and also subscribe to our channel. The red button is by my username to subscribe here. And if you would support YARNutopia into the new year, there's an eye in the corner of your video. If you hover over your video, you can see there's an eye that shows up, and it says support YARNutopia or support Fuad Azmat and YARNutopia. So make sure you do that so that we can keep bringing you these crochet tutorials. Although it won't be the 365, it will be some other project in the new year. So now let's get started and make number 356 granny square. Let's start out with a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold that down and pull that through and pull tight. Insert your hook. And we can start. Let's start out by chaining 4. So yarn over and pull through. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to come all the way to the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go in, then yarn over and pull through and through. And there's our ring. Now if you know how to start with the magic ring, you can start that way as well, but I'm going to go right on to round 1 by chaining up 4. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to count as the first 3 chains counts as a double crochet, and then this next chain counts as a chain 1 space. Okay? And then in this ring here, we are going to put 3 double crochets. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 1. So yarn over, pull through, and then put 3 more double crochets into this ring. Oopsie here. 1, 2, oh my goodness, 2, there we go, and 3, and then chain 1, and then put 3 more double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Now to finish this round, we are going to chain 1, and then we're only going to put 2 double crochets into the ring. So 1 and 2. And now we're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain of your starting chain 4 here. So 1, 2, 3 into this chain here, go into this loop and this loop. Okay, so there's 2 loops on the top and then 1 loop underneath, you can see there. We're going to yarn over and pull through and pull through. And that was round 1. Very simple there. So going on to round 2, if you're not changing color, let's see here, chain 4, okay, you can slip stitch into this chain 1 space here, and then chain up 4 and go on to the next round. But I'm actually going to chain 1, cut my yarn, pull that through, and pull tight. And I'm going to start in a corner, so we're going to go in there, grab a new yarn, hook that on the hook, and then pull that through. Okay, and then we're going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the written pattern says put 2 double crochets in the same chain space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1 and another 1. And that beginning chain up 4 just counted just like the last round. It's the first 3 chains counts as a double crochet and the next chain counts as a chain 1 space. Now we are going to double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, next stitch is 2, and the next stitch is 3. Now in the corner, we're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, okay, in that chain 1 space. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put 2 more double crochets in there, 1 and 2, okay, and then we're going to double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So this is a very basic solid granny square stitch. Just double crochet in each stitch, and in the chain 1 spaces, put 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. So do that all the way around. We're halfway done with this round already, so I'll meet you up for round 3. When you come back around, we have to still put a double crochet into this corner chain 1 space to finish off that beginning corner, and then we're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 4. Just like I showed you in the last round, go into that 3rd chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so that was round 2. Very simple. A cute little pixel style too. So now we're going to go on to the next round. If you're not changing color, just slip stitch into this chain 1 space and chain up 4 and go on to round 3. I'm of course going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn and change color. So pull that through, pull tight, start in a corner and grab the other yarn. Hook that on the hook, pull it through, and then chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, that's going to count as our first double crochet and chain 1. Now in the same space, in the same chain 1 space, we are going to put 2 double crochets, just like the last round. So 1 and 2. And now we're going to do something different. We are going to front post double crochet around this first stitch right here on this side. So yarn over, go into the chain 1 space around this post to the other side of it, then yarn over and pull through and pull up, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so that's a front post double crochet. Then we are going to double crochet, a regular double crochet in each of these next 2 stitches. So if you need to see the stitch that we just worked our front post double crochet is right here. So we're not going to work anything into that. So yarn over, go into the next stitch right there, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And the next stitch gets a regular double crochet. Now this next stitch is the middle stitch on this side. So you can see here, there's 3 on this side, 3 on this side, so this is the middle one. We are going to front post double crochet around it. So yarn over, go on this side, around the post, then yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And then we're going to put a regular double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So again, if you need to see back here, you can see the stitch you worked your front post double crochet is right there. So we need to yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And the next stitch gets a regular double crochet. And then the last stitch on this side right here is going to get a front post double crochet. So yarn over, go on this side of it, around it into the chain 1 space, and then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then in this corner chain 1 space we are going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets in there. Okay, just like every corner we've done this, or like the last round. So now we're just going to repeat exactly what we did for this whole side and this corner, okay, all the way around. So I'll show you real quick on this one side here. Front post double crochet around this next stitch right here, the first stitch. Then regular double crochet, let's see here, you want to scoot these over so you can see which stitch you worked in. So regular double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then front post double crochet around the middle double crochet of this round, which is the very next stitch. And then put a regular double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then front post double crochet around the last stitch on the side before the corner. And in the corner, chain 1 space, we're putting 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. So now half this side is done, so I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 4. Alright, I'm just finishing this round. Just have to do 1 front post double crochet here. And then we're going to finish this round by double crocheting into the corner here, and then slip stitching, again, like the last round, to the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 4. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, now this looks so fabulous. I am in love with this. So now we are going to go on to round 4 here. If you are not changing color, slip stitch into this corner space here, and then actually just chain up 3 for the next round. I am going to chain 1 right here and cut my yarn. I'm going to change color in the next round, so I'm going to pull that through and pull tight. We are going to start in a corner, and actually we're going to turn our work around. So if you chained up 3 already, turn your work around, okay, like this. So now you're looking at the back of your square, and we are going to start in the corner. Okay, so I'm looking at the back of my square right now, and I'm going to chain up 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we have to chain up 3 here. That's going to count as our first double crochet. Now on these next 2 stitches right here, you can see them both, we're going to front post double crochet on each one of those. So yarn over, go into this chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. I don't think I explained that whole thing right, but you know how to do a front post double crochet by now, just like we did in the last round. So again, yarn over, go around this next post, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so we just did a front post double crochet on those first 2 stitches of this side. And now we're going to put a regular double crochet in this next stitch, which is actually the front post stitch from the previous round. So yarn over, go into the actual stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then we're going to do that sequence again. So we are going to front post double crochet around this next stitch and the next stitch. And then we're going to put a regular double crochet on the next stitch. So if you need to move this forward, you can see 1 and 2. So we're actually going to go into this stitch right here, which is the front post double crochet of the previous round. So go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to repeat that again. So these next 2 stitches get a front post double crochet on them. And then the next stitch gets a double crochet in it. This is the front post stitch from the previous round, so double crochet into it, just like that. Okay. Now these next 2 stitches are going to get a front post double crochet each. So 1 and 1, and now we're in the chain 1 corner space. So in the corner we are going to put a double crochet, then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put another double crochet in there. So that's our corner. And now we're basically going to repeat exactly what we did on this side and this corner for each side and each corner around. So these 2 double crochets here get a front post double crochet on each one of those, and then the front post double crochet from the previous round gets a regular double crochet in it. Okay, and then we're going to do that all the way on the side here. So these 2 get a front post double crochet each, and then this next one, which is our front post double crochet from the previous round, that's going to get a regular double crochet in that stitch. Then these next 2 stitches get a front post double crochet around them, and then this next one gets a regular double crochet in it. And then these last 2 stitches on the side before the corner, these are going to get a front post double crochet around each one of them. Just like that. And then in the corner here, we're putting 1 double crochet, then chain 2, and then another double crochet. Okay? So a very simple round, actually. I'm going to repeat what we've been doing. I'm halfway done with this round already. So I'll meet you up at the end of round 4. When you come back around and make your last 2 front post double crochets, in this beginning corner here, we're still going to put a double crochet in there. And then we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to our beginning chain of 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, right into that chain. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so that was round 4. Awesome. Now going on to the next round, we are going to turn our work around. So turn your work like this. Oh wow, look at the front of that. That looks really cool. Now we're going to do our repeat pattern. So round 5, if you are not changing color, slip stitch back into this chain 2 space here, and then chain up 4 and go on to round 5. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull it all the way through and pull it tight, and we're going to start in that corner there. And I'm going to grab my other yarn, pull that through, and then chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, just like rounds 2 and 3, that counts as our beginning chain. The first 3 chains count as our first double crochet, and the next chain counts as our chain 1 corner space. And now we're going to put 2 double crochets into that same corner. So yarn over, go into the corner, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and another double crochet in that same chain 2 corner space. So then we come back around, we're still going to work a double crochet in that chain 2 corner space there. But now going on to the next step, we are going to front post double crochet around this next stitch here. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, or into this chain 2 corner space around this post here, okay, to the other side of it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, then we're going to double crochet, a regular double crochet into these two next stitches here. So a regular double crochet in each one of those two stitches. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to front post double crochet on this next stitch right here. So front post double crochet around this post. Then we're going to put a regular double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to front post double crochet around the next post. Okay, so you can kind of just eyeball it. You see there's 2 stitches here. They are worked, these are the front post double crochets that we worked on the previous row. So these are going to just get a regular double crochet in them. And then this next stitch right here is a regular double crochet from the last round. We're going to work a front post double crochet around it. Okay, and continue that on the side, double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then the last stitch on this side gets a front post double crochet. Now in the chain 2 corner space, we are going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put 2 more double crochets in there, 1 and 2. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat this easy stitch. This is so simple. We're doing these stitches all the way around. So front post double crochet on these regular double crochet stitches, and on these front post double crochets from the previous round, if you turn this around, you can see those are our front post double crochets. We're going to work a regular double crochet in each one of those. So 1 and 2. Okay, and then on this stitch right here, which is a regular double crochet, we're working a front post double crochet around it. Okay, so just continue that, and in the corner, chain 2 spaces, put 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. You can follow along with the written pattern or rewind this to see what I did on this corner and this side, but I am going to just continue this all the way around, and then I will meet you up for round 6. Okay, I'm just ending this round with a front post double crochet on that last stitch of the side. And then in the corner here, we are going to double crochet and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain of our beginning chain up 4 here. 1, 2, 3 right there. And then we can go on to round 6. So slip stitch here. And in round 6 here, we are actually, for round 5, we're going to slip stitch in, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 1 space, sorry, I just want to make sure that was a chain 1, yes. Chain 1 space, slip stitch in there, and then chain up 3 and go on to the next round, but I'm going to actually change color. So chain 1, cut your yarn, pull it through and pull tight. We're going to turn our work around. So if you've already slip stitched in there and then chained up 3, turn your work around. Okay, so now we're looking at the back of our work. I'm going to insert my hook in there and attach my other yarn. Hook that on the hook and pull it through, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And now we are going to front post double crochet on the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, basically repeating round 4 here. So front post stitches, front post double crochet on this next stitch and this next stitch. And then put a regular double crochet on the next stitch right here. That's our front post stitch from the previous row. Awesome. Then just do that until the corner here. So we're going to front post double crochet on the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to double crochet, a regular double crochet in the next stitch. Then front post double crochet on the next 2 stitches, and then a regular double crochet on the next stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this first side here, and then I'll show you what to do in the corner, and then I'll leave you on your own. But you can see I'm just working a regular double crochet in the stitches that look like actual back post double crochets, but they're actually the front post double crochet from the last round. And then I'm putting a front post double crochet around each of the regular double crochets of this row here, just like that. Okay, so regular double crochet there. So now there's 2 stitches left. We are going to put a front post double crochet on each one of those right before the corner, and then in the corner chain 1 space right here, we are going to put we're putting 1, sorry, I was reading round 5. We are on round 6. So this is 1 double crochet, then chain 2, 1 and 2, and then 1 more double crochet in the corner, just like that. So the corners get 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet. And then we're going to repeat what we did. So front post double crochet around each of these next 2 stitches, and then a regular double crochet in the next stitch. Then front post double crochet on each of the next 2 stitches, and then a regular double crochet in the next, and just keep doing that all the way around. And then after round 6, I'll meet you up because we're gonna fasten off, and I'll show you, you can actually make this even bigger if you wanted to, so I'll show you at that point. So I'll meet you up at the end of round 6. Alright, when you come back around and make your last 2 front post double crochets, we still have to put a double crochet into this beginning corner here, and then we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to our beginning chain up 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 right in there. Just go in, yarn over and pull through and pull through. And now, if you want to, you can rewind this video and repeat rounds 5 and 6 as many times as you want to make your square as big as you want. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn and fasten this off. So I'm going to pull that through, pull tight. And what we want to do now, this is the back side. Turn it around and look at how cool that looks. That is the front of our square. It looks like that waffle stitch. It looks really, really cool. So now I just need to weave in this end here, and then we can be done with number 356 granny square. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. This year is almost over. Kind of sad. So there we go. So in that end, cut any extra. You could block this square if you need to, but I think it's fabulous. So big thank you to Natasha for designing this square. Check out her page, Button Nose Crochet, and share your photos today. I want to see if you use just one color. Let me see what that looks like too, because I think that'll give a different effect. Or if you use more than 2 colors, you know, let me see what you come up with today. Share your photos and hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!